All right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. I wanted to go over again, like why I'm starting to do what I'm doing. So what the hell am I doing? I'm running a newsletter, um, random daily URLs. So I don't love the name, but it is what it is, and it coincides with my previous newsletter. Why do I have a newsletter? Like why do I? How is this going to make me money? Well, I ran a newsletter for 4 to 5 years. Um, I had a dedicated website to that, not just the landing page, but like a website for artists to have an online profile. They get a link to their art or their social media. It's kind of like a place where they could have a profile to showcase their art, plus submit art to be featured in the newsletter to go out to thousands of people around the world. Plus, it goes onto that main site. So it was really for artists and art lovers. And I did make some money off of that newsletter. And then I sold the entire newsletter and all the websites and the web app and the domain names. So why am I doing a newsletter? Because frankly, like in the last several years, the most success I've had for my entrepreneur journey is a newsletter. It's just what I know. It's what I like. It's what I'm passionate about. And I learned a lot from running that one plus another newsletter. I learned quite a bit how to do it really well. So I'm targeting more, frankly, a more lucrative niche. I'm building something I actually am good at, something that I actually care about. So, what is the whole 25 projects in 25 weeks about? So, every single one of these projects is going to have a dedicated domain name. There will be a form to sign up to the newsletter. So they do whatever they want on this page, but the idea is to convert a decent percentage of those people visiting to the newsletter. Honestly, SEO. So SEO or backlinks, that's kind of the goal because I'm horrible at SEO. It's just not what I'm super great at. So what if I just kind of make my own backlinks? I actually know someone who's pretty rich from doing affiliate marketing for over a decade. And that was the strategy that he always used was he made his own backlinks. I mean, that was kind of a big part of his business. He's like retired and he's like 30. Pretty wild. He just hangs out on the beach. I want to make really cool, interesting things, get a backlink, a funnel to the newsletter. What else? Honestly, I know this sounds maybe not a good way to make money, but put something fun and positive into the world. I know, I know that's not like how you make money, but every single thing I'm doing really almost everything has a real positive spin. Like I genuinely want to like my goal if someone comes to one of these projects, they either leave with a smile on their face or laughing out loud, or really being like, wow, I never thought about that. That's like, whoa, my mind is blown. Push my skills. Like, seriously, some of the things I'm going to be building are really hard technically. One, especially the big one towards the end, is like secretly going to take me months. I'm just not going to even pretend that I'm going to build that in a week. I'm gonna slowly work on that. It's gonna be a huge one, and it's gonna really push my skills to like the limit and above. It's gonna involve AI. It's gonna involve a lot of very tough technical skills. So plus it'll be very cool and weird and interesting. So it's gonna really push my skills, my portfolio. So let's say that this whole thing doesn't work. My partner and I have talked about this a lot. She's like, look, if this doesn't work after like many months, you're gonna have to get a job or a freelance gig. And I agree. Like if I run out of money, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It failed. But at least I will have like 25 or at least 10 to 25 really interesting projects that showcase my skills for like design, for coding, for using AI, for actually integrating with AI tools. A lot of the things I want to build do not so much AI, but like things like Well, I don't know how much to reveal just yet, but technical things that are kind of tricky to pull off. So lately, I've been seeing a lot of other people try to put out like interesting, weird art stuff or funny little like games or little websites. And I saw one the other day where it was actually a really cool idea, and I tried to use it. I went to the site. It was it was a living room, and like people would go to like a room, maybe like a people would randomly be put into one room. So there was like virtually many rooms, like a living room, and you would programmatically tell the AI, put a lamp, put a poster, put something in the room. Genius idea. It worked really well if you can make it work. But he had to shut it down instantly because it actually kind of went viral. People started using it, too many people, and it cost him. He was like, "I'm losing money. This is costing me hundreds to thousands of dollars." People are building all these things with no regard on how to actually turn that into a business or make money or keep it going. Maybe not to make money, but at least pay the server AI API fees to keep the damn project alive. So those are the reasons why I'm doing this. And to be completely honest, the last one, it's goddamn fun. The things I'm building are going to be pretty cool and fun. So how the hell am I going to make money? To be blunt, sponsorships. So money from sponsorships. So that's pretty much a way to make money. It's not the only way to make money, but I still don't want to give up on like having a SaaS or a product that people buy. Right now, there's going to be some merch coming for one of the projects. So there's going to be like merch. I doubt I'll make too much money off of that. And it's a marketing channel for my own SaaS or products. Um, One of the most successful YouTubers I've ever met in real life. And this was like 8 years ago. They're probably pretty rich now. They had 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And even 8 years ago, they complained about the ad revenue. They were like, fuck the money on YouTube. It helps. It adds to the bottom line. It makes our profit margins nicer. But that's not how we make money. That's not the business. That's just like icing on the cake. How they made all of their money was YouTube was a funnel to their product, and they were hardcore a business with a product, and they had that content, and the 1 million subscribers was geared towards getting to their customer, their ideal customer. They knew exactly who the customer was. They targeted heavily with like around building their content, so it would get those people, their target customers, in the funnel. They made over 1 million in revenue, and I think it was even like getting close to 1 million in profit, not just revenue, just from the YouTube channel being one of the main funnels to get to their customers. So that's kind of the same concept here. So this is the plan. Is it going to go that way? I don't know, hopefully. But this is like basically the business plan. Am I just doing this just to make money? No, I actually really, really, truly care. I want this to be very interesting. Literally today, somebody messaged me and said, thank you for making this. This is really cool. I truly want something like fun, joyous, like non-AI. I want to skip the algorithms, make something really cool, interesting, fun, and joyous, like put something really, really cool out there. And this is also fresh content for the newsletter because there's a lot of stuff in here that's old, because I'm kind of starting with the old stuff, and I want to save the really good stuff until the newsletter gets a little bit bigger. Might switch gears on that. Fresh, cool, new, interesting content into the newsletter, because all these projects will go into the newsletter first, then it's going to go to YouTube, then I'm going to like put it out there on social media, Reddit, Hacker News, whatever, anywhere and everywhere. One thing I'm really, really hoping for is a Patreon page where I could get some money coming in from this. Most YouTube channels and creators on YouTube do that. Why not? Why not? Because, and I'll give them a lot of perks and let them like dictate what to build next. Maybe they can vote and decide what I actually build next. I don't know. It's worth a try. But this is the plan. I just wanted to share this. Like, I'm not completely. Some people, I've told them my idea, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" So you just don't want to work? You just want to be like retired, or you just want to goof off and just build all this stuff for no reason. No, I mean there is like a coherent plan, and I'm trying to build in some safeguards where if it really doesn't go well and this fails too, hey, I have a portfolio, a much stronger portfolio. I have tons of like cool things that I built, a lot of them technical. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the plan? Is it stupid? Am I completely crazy? Have I lost my mind? Because goddamn, I could really use some feedback. Maybe this is a horrible idea that's going to fail miserably. But I'm going to say one last, and I think this is like really, really overlooked these days. People are waking up to this, but what I'm building will not be replaced by AI. Think about it. Like I'm getting on here with my face, talking, telling my weird stories. I'm going over how to build this, and this is coming from my brain. This is like pure, like human creativity and passion. That's one thing. The AI could copy, it could clone, it could like spit out something, but it has no soul. So I'm putting something out there that is not AI, just slop. It is like really, and you'll see after next week. Um, it's just weird stuff from my brain. It's not like no AI is gonna be able to create this. I'm sorry, but like, could it technically recreate the things? Yes, but it's not ready to replace a human with creativity just yet. All right, that's all I got. Okay, on to my random story for today. I have on my personal website, I talked about this yesterday, how I redid my personal website, a now page. And what the hell is a now page? This is something created by this guy, Derek Sivers. He is a pretty famous dude. He was famous because he had a lot. He made millions of dollars because he made a kind of a web 1.0 music website like back in the 90s. So he was like the OG tech guy, is what it's called. Like he made this, but like way back in the day. And this was kind of like pretty bleeding edge and something pretty special in the 90s. Why am I telling you this? He made this like concept like having a now page. Um, where you periodically update it like once a month kind of thing. This is what's going on in my life. This is like where I'm at with what I'm doing. His is pretty interesting. He's a really interesting guy. He made millions of dollars and has been retired for a really, really long time. So he just hacks on shit, kind of like me, but he doesn't need to worry about money. He moved to New Zealand. He's really from California, like me, and he just like lives in the forest in New Zealand, just really chill life. Written a lot of books, but this guy really gets around. Like I think he mentions, yeah, he's been on 250 podcasts. This dude would get around like crazy back in the day. I met him in person, so and I've talked to him a number of times. Super nice, but I met him once at a book tour for so random. So this book, this guy, the author, God, this was like, yeah, this was back when this book came out. So like 2012, I think, or 2013. This dude was randomly at Powell's bookstore, one of the biggest bookstores in the US in Portland, Oregon. And Sivers was there. He was right next to me, and I got to talk to him just briefly. Pretty interesting guy. And I've emailed him a few times here and there. But his like assistant messaged me and said like, "Hey, congrats, you have like an up to date now page. Like, keep it up." So it's cool to see that he's still kind of keeping that alive. But redoing this website made me and looking at the page made me think of that. Especially ironically, I had just redid the website and then his system emailed me, but it says it's from him, but it's automated. If you've never checked him out, check him out. Uh, he had a blog back in the day, like since the 90s. He's talked a lot about like startup world, but the OG, think like Paul Graham from Y Combinator. Like he's from, the 90s back in the day. He's written some books. It's on my reading list. I just haven't gotten to it. But if you email him, he'll email you back. Like that's his thing is he will literally email everyone back, whoever emails him. A pretty cool, interesting guy. So if you've ever gone to someone's website and gone to like slash now, that's where it came from. So that's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.